So, Ullas, thank you for the invite for Mumbai Meets AI. Been like so many people, I was not expecting. I was thinking that generally 10-15 लोग रहेंगे और अपन लोग थोड़ा दोस्ती यारी में बात कर लेंगे. तो कम pressure अपने ऊपर. But now this looks like a proper full-blown session. But thank you for calling over. And I and Ullas spoke and I told him that he said that कि क्या topic? I said let's do I Shappat. Like those who understand Marathi, it's I Shappat. Those who are from the technical background is AI Shappat. Like कि the way we कटघरे में खड़ा रह के बोलते हैं ना, हम गीता के ऊपर हाथ रख के कसम खाएंगे कि सच बोलेंगे, सच के सिवा कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे. ऐसे माँ कसम AI की शपथ, जो भी मैं कहूँगा वो सच कहूँगा, सच के अलावा कुछ नहीं कहूँगा करके. So one very interesting aspect of AI is explainability. Now, AI gives you the answers, but it doesn't tell you what is the reason it has arrived to that particular decision or that particular answer. And it will probably take time to build a nice explainability and giving the... So some of the models will try to explain you how they have arrived at that particular answer or not. But let's say if I'm using the Gita as an example, like I don't know how many of you have read Gita, but Gita has a beautiful explainability for each and every concept. And that's the reason we say that Gita Shappat, and I'm calling it as I Shappat right now. So there is one shlok in the second adhyay, which is nothing but a Sankhya Yoga. So the shlok goes like, I'll recite the shlok, you will understand what it is. Like, Hatova prapyasi swargam, jitvava bhokshase mahim. तस्मात उत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेया युद्धाय कृत निश्चया. So the श्लोक says that हतोवा means मर गया तो प्राप्यसी स्वर्गम, मतलब स्वर्ग को प्राप्त करेगा. और जीतवा वा भोक्ष से महिम, महिम means अर्थ, अगर जीत गया तो पूरा अर्थ का भोग करेगा तुम. तो इसलिए हे अर्जुन उठ, मतलब चुने हुए अर्जुन उठ और झगड़ा कर करके. And so now this is what I would always call that Gita has an explainability to the world terms. Now if we look at it that from the AI, I said that like I Shappat matlab swearing by AI. So every day I either swear by the AI और swear at the AI. मतलब like कि साला तुम जैसा वो बोल रहा था कि चार गाली देने के बिना अपना काम नहीं होता है करके. How many times you have seen that AI or ChatGPT or any other model will always tell you that good catch. Let me rephrase it for you. Okay, now I'll tell you my own personal example. 7 months back, I was given a new opportunity in my current organization, CleverTap, to handle the customer success. I was from the engineering background and more from a customer facing, but from a engineering background, as in like say your support issues or maybe probably explaining how the systems work, how the integration works, or even the solution engineering, plus the maintaining the processes and the coding practices, what you were talking about, the security practices and all that within CleverTap, and then running the show. So I was heading the engineering, and then I was told that कि अपने पास एक CCO का position open है, will you be able to take it करके. तो मैं बोला ठीक है कर लेता हूँ करके. So now when you take this kind of position, so I said that okay, let me, because it's a completely new job role for me. So I said I'll try to use the AI to at least put some sort of a operations into automation. So how do I go about it? So I started asking questions to multiple models and saying that okay, that I want to do XYZ thing and how do I go about it? So I said that first I want to focus more from a customer success and not on a relationship, not on a upsell, downsell or a cross sell or yielding more revenue from our customers. So I said that how do I go about it? So I started asking questions. So the first I asked questions, what should be the KPIs for the good CS person and all that. And the answers started coming in saying that, okay, CS person needs to go and sell or upsell, talk about new features. And I said, this is good. Like he can talk about new features, but the moment I asked that the KPIs, rather KRAs, KPIs, measure what matters. And then we said that, okay, how do I measure my CS performance? So they said that upsell to ChatGPT and few other models also started, or rather few other tools started answering me कि CS का काम होता है कि कस्टमर से ज़्यादा पैसा निकालना. तो मतलब by giving him more features, by telling him more modules and all that. And I said that, guys, then I asked a question, guys, I'm asking from a success perspective. So I want to make my customer successful. Why are you bringing the topic of upselling and cross-selling? And the first time, a good catch. Now let me rephrase the whole model. Let me rephrase the whole model for you. And then the whole thing went upon like, okay, how do I get into the value realization framework? Again, these are all marketing or rather management words. But I would just simply say that कि customer ने तुमको एक चीज़ के लिए खरीदा है. वो एक चीज़ खरीदने के लिए एज अ CS मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ और उसके वो करने के लिए what are the use cases I am using in my own tool and platform, and how do I increase the adoption of the tool, or how do I propose them some new ideas and all that, and how do I help them achieve the outcome of what they have purchased our tool for. And so and they said that we focus on this and then build some framework, and it has built a good framework right now. I am hoping that it will help us change some of the ways we are thinking. But that's how I personally started using it. And then I said कि okay चलो अभी एक थोड़ा और experiments करते हैं. But why are we swearing by, I would say that by AI, I would just simply say that he is the future. As in like we have a lot of pessimistic approach towards the AI. मेरा job ले लेगा या लोगों का काम नहीं बचेगा या कुछ और आ जाएगा. So pessimist का अगर तुम बोलेगा, अगर बुके दिखाएगा, I don't remember, somebody's school book or college book had this brilliant line saying that कि if you see a bouquet of flowers, the first thing which comes to in your mind, pessimist का mind में is funeral. ठीक है, अभी वो AI का भी अपना वैसे ही हो गया है. मतलब the first thing which is coming to our mind is that कि ये अपना जॉब ले लेगा या कुछ और कर लेगा या कुछ सही नहीं होगा, हम क्या करेंगे करके, मतलब like all those things. Now when I look at it, I say that कि बाबा ये ह्यूमन के हाथ में आया हुआ एक टूल है. तो टेक्निकली जब मैं घोड़े पे बैठ के ट्रैवल करता था या मैं पैदल ट्रैवल करता था वर्सेस मेरे हाथ में जब बस आई, कार आई, ट्रेन आई, एयरलाइंस आई, मेरा टाइम बच गया, मेरा टाइम मेरे पास आ गया. वो टाइम का मैं कुछ और यूटिलाइजेशन कर रहा हूँ करंटली. Correct. So I am having a super optimistic view about the tools or the AI and everything which is coming along with it. And I say that okay, थोड़े से pitfall रहेंगे. मतलब pitfall क्या है कि अभी creative में तुम लोग, मतलब I know that, I don't know about you, but when I used to, as a kid, when I used to visit a doctor and when I used to see all, वो सामने ऐसा पूरा लिखा के रखता था कि ये symptoms है, ये बीमारी है, ये symptoms है, बीमारी है. मैं सर्दी खांसी के लिए गया ना तो भी मेरे को लगता था कि मेरे को यार यहाँ पे कैंसर भी हो गया है, मेरे को ये कुछ और चीज़ भी हो गया, बिकॉज एवरीथिंग आई यूज्ड टू थिंक दैट कि यार ये तो बराबर है करके, ये तो सब है. व्हाई? बिकॉज मेरा ह्यूमन माइंड पैटर्न मैच कर रहा है. करेक्ट. क्योंकि मैं देख रहा है कि ये मेरा, अरे ये मेरा सिम्टम तो यही है एग्जैक्टली, ये जो इधर लिखा है वो कैंसर का भी सिम्टम है. तो मैं सोच रहेगा वो, तो अभी क्या किया डॉक्टर्स ने, तो डॉक्टर्स स्टार्टेड प्लेइंग इट वेरी सेफ. Like if you right now go to a doctor, he will try to tell you that कि okay, just to rule out the possibilities, let's try to do these multiple tests. Correct. Now if you go like I'm just giving you some of the like अगर सर्दी खांसी के लिए अगर आप चैट जीपीटी को कुछ क्वेश्चंस करके पूछते हो कि भाई मैं ये क्या करूँ, चैट जीपीटी बोलेगा कुछ स्ट्रेस नहीं है करके, 2-3 दिन आराम कर ले या चिकन सूप पी ले, खत्म हो जाएगा करके. यही सेम क्वेश्चन आप जेमिनाई को पूछो, Gemini will tell you you must visit doctor immediately. नहीं तो हो सकता है 2-3 दिन में वो बहुत क्रिटिकल हो जाएगा करके. ठीक है. Now look at the way the models or rather the tools are optimizing their models to train their set on. So certain guys are playing it very safe, certain guys are not playing it very safe. So there is a two-pronged or like multi-pronged answers to these kind of tools. Now, for example, like creative लोग अभी use करते हैं, music generation we saw, video generations was also, he mentioned about it. Now, and business mind always thinks about like इससे पैसा कैसा बनेगा करके. मतलब मेरे दिमाग में आया पहला कि यार अगर video reels, मतलब you see so many reels right now and you see a pattern that these reels are not generated by humans. These are pure play, some AI generating these images as well as the videos as well as the content. and these guys are having good followers, they are making good money. ठीक है, तो नाउ फर्स्ट थिंग मेरे दिमाग में आया कि यार इसका मॉडल अगर ओपन सोर्स है या कहीं पे कुछ उसने बनाया हुआ है तो अपन लोग कुछ ट्राई कर सकते हैं करके. तो मेरे पास बहुत सारे आइडियाज़ है, मैं बोला कि एक दो ट्राई करके देख लेता हूँ करके. तो सम ऑफ द आइडियाज़ आई ट्राइड, आई विल शो इन वन ऑफ द, मे बी नेक्स्ट टाइम कभी आप तुम लोग मेरे को बुलाएगा तो मैं तुम लोग को बताएगा. तो माई हिंदी इज़ वेरी बैड, इट्स प्योरली मराठी हिंदी और मे बी मुंबई हिंदी. सो ये अपन बताएगा तुमको ऐसा वाला सब आ जाता है करके. तो बट द थिंग इज दैट I tried doing some of the experiments with AI in the past, and one of the experiment was very easy, was that I used to do stock trading in my free time. So what it used to do is that now, before we call it AI, machine learning or any other, I had some small bots which were written, which used to look at the technical analysis and figure out whether a certain conditions have met or not. And on every Saturday, what it used to do is that for the last 1 week, it used to look at the past patterns and see that these are the stocks which have taken or which have come to that place where you can take a position. So I used to do a swing trading. Swing trading means nothing but a 4 to 5 days का trading. आपने trade ले लिया और 5 दिन में उसको exit कर दिया, 5 या 6 दिन में exit कर दिया, irrespective of whether you are in profit, whether you are in loss, with certain kind of a stop loss and a target return to it. So now let's say mathematically you put 2% as a upside, which is a very high upside, but let's say 2% as a upside and 1% as a downside. Now technically all you have to do is that even if you keep it as a 1% upside and 1% downside for your targets and exit, you have to be right only 51% of the time, mathematically. So if you are right 51% of the time, that means you are technically making 2% every month, which is 24% in a year, not even calculating the cumulative, just a straight line interest. 24% in a year, if you can do it, you are beating 97% of the mutual funds. Okay, now the whole story of mutual funds is entirely different, because mutual funds are handling a portfolio of 100,000 crores or maybe 10,000, 50,000 crores, and they can't take the risk which you as a person who is taking 50,000 लगा दे मेरा करके वाला जो होता है, उसको रिस्क का फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. बट उसको जब वो 50,000 करोड़ लगा रहा है तो उसको वो रिस्क होती है. बट एज ए इंजीनियर, एज अ मे बी अ ट्रेडर, आई यूज टू टेक अ इमेंस प्राइड कि साला मैं म्यूचुअल फंड को बीट कर रहा है करके. तो आई सेड कि ये मैं मैन्युअली करता था, तो वो टूल मेरे को करके निकाल के देता था कि एवरी वीकेंड को निकाल के दे दें. तो मैं बोला कि इसको अपन ऑटोमेट करते हैं ना. तो 2016, 2017 विदाउट इवन कॉलिंग AI वगैरह, हम लोग ने उसको स्टार्ट किया कि ये इसको किस तरीके से मैं ऑटोमेट कर सकता हूँ करके. तो आई स्टार्टेड ऑटोमेटिंग, आई स्टार्टेड गेटिंग ऑल द अलर्ट्स ऑन माई टेलीग्राम बॉट्स एंड डिस्कॉर्ड्स एंड ऑल दैट. And then I used to spend like 1 or 2 hours on weekends and place my aftermarket orders on Sundays in one of the platform like IB or Kotak, and then it used to take the trade, it used to exit, and I started making decent amount of money. So got lucky, got unlucky, but overall if you look at it like last 7-8 years, I made a decent amount of returns by placing a very small amount. तो मैं बोला कि नेक्स्ट टाइम मैं जब करूँगा ना, तो आई विल शो यू व्हाट एग्जैक्टली आई हैव डन. सो यू माइट बी एबल टू सी द बैक ट्रैकिंग ऑफ सर्टन algorithms, you might be able to help how do you can, like I might as well make it open source so that anybody can use it and anybody can optimize that whole model. So that's one part I will like to do that. So next time when we are looking at it, but then again, the jokes apart, the healthcare part, what I was talking about earlier, healthcare has moved drastically ahead right now, and you can see that most of the good applications. So one thing like लोग आके बोलते हैं कि मैंने एक एजेंट बना दिया या मेरा कुछ ऑटोमेशन कर दिया AI यूज़ करके वगैरह, तो आई फाइंड दैट यार, मतलब उसको तो मैं बोलता हूँ कि गुड करके, बट अगर मेरे को ऑनेस्टली आप पूछोगे तो मैं बोलूँगा यार ये 2 दिन का काम है. ठीक है, मतलब आई विल जस्ट पुट इट इन द बैक बर्नर सेइंग दैट कि 2 दिन का काम है, तो ये किसी और को यूज़ करके कुछ तो तू करने की कोशिश कर रहा है. गुड आइडिया, आई एम नॉट सेइंग यू आर मेकिंग समथिंग आउट ऑफ इट, बट वो एजेंट बनाना इज टेक्निकली 1 or 2 days का जॉब. और मे बी से अगर तुम प्रोसेसेस डालोगे, थोड़ा स्प्रिंट प्लानिंग सब कुछ करोगे, तो 1 स्प्रिंट का काम है ब्रॉडली, मतलब सारे तामझाम लगा के, सिक्योरिटी बाकी सब चीज़ें लगा के. तो एक स्प्रिंट का काम के लिए तुम इतना बड़ा क्या हवा बना रहे हो? आप आज की तारीख में जाओ ना, हर कोई, एवरीबडी इज टॉकिंग अबाउट एआई. इट्स लाइक कि मतलब इट्स लाइक दैट दोज हु आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट एआई, उनको ऐसा लगता है कि यार मैं कहीं. हैव यू गाइज हर्ड ऑफ आईफेल टावर सिंड्रोम? Okay, Eiffel Tower syndrome is something which is called as the monument which does not make any sense, but everybody is calling it so beautiful कि तुम इनवेरियबली उसको अच्छा बोलते हो, क्योंकि नहीं तो लोग तुमको बोलेंगे यार कैसा नमूना है करके. मतलब आई डोंट वांट टू यूज द अदर मुंबई वर्ड, बट लोग बोलेंगे कि कैसा नमूना है करके. बिकॉज so the whole thing is that if you are not using AI, you will be deemed as like यार ये कैसे लोग हैं, मतलब इनको तो कुछ पता ही नहीं है लाइफ में करके. तो again, so मेरे organization में भी when we started discussing, debugging or like debating on the AI ideas and all that, we said that guys, we will, though you want to call it from a marketing perspective as agents and all that, we will do something which is more fundamental. So we'll start building fundamental blocks. And we will get into so you know the low trust model to high trust model. So now the low trust model is that I am driving my own car, manual car, and I am changing gears, I am looking at the signal, and I am going to my destination. Versus the extremely high trust that I am sitting in the back seat of Waymo or a Tesla, and it's taking me to the destination. I have to just enter the destination. So I am having extreme high trust on the system, saying that कि मैं A से B जा सकता हूँ. In the setup like say maybe Bhandup station or a Dadar station, if I can do that, that's an extremely high trust system. Correct? Without any incidents, without any accidents, and hoping that कि 20 minutes का distance 20 minutes में cover हो गया. क्योंकि you know how the AI will do that, the sensors will do that, because सामने एक आदमी आ गया, भले 10 फुट पे रहेगा तो इधर ही वो रुक जाएगा. वो सब अलग अलग चीज़ें हैं अपने. सो वाइमो जो सैन फ्रांसिस्को में चलता है, वो दादर स्टेशन पे चले तो उस दिन मैं उसको बोलूँगा भाई तूने जीत लिया, लाइफ जीत. बट वो दैट्स अ डिफरेंट स्टोरी. बट वी आर गोइंग टूवर्ड्स द हाई ट्रस्ट. नाउ हाउ विल द हाई ट्रस्ट कम इन टू द एप्लीकेशंस लाइक मी? सो आई वुड लुक एट इज दैट फ्रॉम अ पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ लाइक से I have a certain kind of a constraint, maybe budget, and I have a certain type of a goal to achieve. Now, in a programming context, like most of us are programmers, I want to do X amount of, like I want to, so there is a PRD, and that PRD says that I want to cover this aspect, and I just give that, this is what I want to achieve. Okay, and then everything is done automatically, including code reviews, including security, and including everything, and maybe even DevSecOps, and maybe even deployment also to the production. Now, when that happens, the engineers are technically not needed. PRDs can be generated by the current tools beautifully well. As like I am slowly getting to a conclusion that you don't need those many product managers or product owners in a company as the past needed. So probably few product owners can define the problems very well to the tools. Tools will build a brilliant PRD. Now imagine that PRD is given to the tool, say Claude or any other, and say that build a brilliant, like nice coding structure, including code reviews, including DevSecOps, including everything, and then deploy, and then give me a final endpoint URL. Now that's the ideal high trust system. Correct? Now how do I go about it? How do I go to that level? So there is a lot of training required over here. Now currently it's not possible. I have seen the wipe codes of many people who do it in my own company, and or even the friend circle, and I also tried some wipe coding on my own just to see how it works, and I figured out the code it is generating may work, but it is of an atrocious quality. As in, like I will not touch it up till now. But though, abhi right now, last month, my guys showed me something which I really found it very nice, and I said, guys, this is beautifully written. As in, like, and they said that this is like maybe 80% completely wipe coded, and 20% is what we have used. Then I started realizing that the days are not long, that where it will be just take a PRD. And it will take a whole idea to the execution, to the deployment completely. आई सेड ये तो इंटरेस्टिंग है, तो फिर अपन मतलब वी कैन सी से आई विल कम टू द फिलोसॉफिकल क्वेश्चन कि भाई इंजीनियर्स क्या करेंगे, प्रोडक्ट क्या करेगा बाद में, बट दैट्स अ सेकेंडरी पार्ट. बट द फर्स्ट पार्ट इज दैट द टूल इज ब्रिलियंटली वेल डिजाइंड और वेल केपेबल ऑफ that it can do everything on this automatically. So that's one I'm looking at. Creativity, so we've seen that this photographs as well as the whole part. So abhi matlab you've seen that these other problems which are very difficult problems. Like if you look at so AI technically it cannot think. It can just interpret or it can just recognize patterns. सो वॉट एवर वी से कि हम लोग का एआई बहुत सोचता है और बहुत ढांसू चीज़ लाता है, वो कुछ नहीं लाता है. वो खाली जो पिछला पैटर्न है उसको देखता है और उसके ऊपर कुछ तो आंसर दे देता है. आई गिव यू सम फनी एग्जांपल्स. लाइक से कि लास्ट ईयर मैंने वेडिंग गाउन खरीदा, लेट्स अज्यूम, एंड अगर वो ये साल मेरे को दिसंबर में वापस वेडिंग गाउन सजेस्ट करेगा, सो इट हैज़ लॉस्ट द एंटायर कॉन्टेक्स्ट, बिकॉज एवरी ईयर कोई शादी नहीं करता. मतलब करते होंगे कुछ लोग, बट सब लोग नहीं करता है. तो द अदर एग्जाम्पल इज दैट कि लेट्स से यू आर स्टैंडिंग एट द गेट एट द एयरपोर्ट एंड योर गेट हैड चेंज फ्रॉम gate number 12 to 72. Now these 12 and 72 is pretty far, 30 minutes odd. Now from my tool perspective, if I start sending, if it looks at the past patterns that Ranjeet as a user responds to push notifications or SMS very quickly, then the pattern will tell me that रंजीत को पुश नोटिफिकेशन भेजो या रंजीत को SMS भेजो या ईमेल भेजो, रंजीत तुरंत उसको एक्ट कर लेगा करके. Versus the real context, not the AI context one, which is like the large paragraph, line 1 to line 250 is different. But this context, which can go 1 year back for in case of wedding gowns or sports shoes, versus I am standing at the airport, where the correct channel to contact me at that moment is a phone call, correct, rather than sending me a push notification or a SMS. Now these are the fundamental things on which so many tools will tell you that we understand patterns very well, we will recommend something very well, but the similar kind of examples, when we are looking at the context in the larger sense, you will start seeing the pitfalls of the models or pitfalls of the training which has been done up till now. So it's just a matter of time till we train it with all right context, all right kind of scenarios where it will start giving us better inputs. Are we there yet? No. Between 1 to 10, I would say we are at 3. And by 2035, in my personal opinion, we will reach somewhere around 6.5 to 7, not even 10. So although everybody is super gung-ho about that, oh, AI will replace everything and all that, I'm in my personal opinion that it is gonna take time. It's gonna take time and a sizable time. And humans, so will they be replaced? No. The AI will help or aid the humans like Bhavesh in the morning, who will do the creative work for maybe 100 people. So I'm not saying that. So the remaining 99 people will find out some another job. They will upskill themselves. They will do something. The same way जो साबुन की टिकिया भरता था जो 1900 में, वो उसने फिगर आउट कर दिया ना लाइफ कुछ तो कुछ करने के लिए. मतलब ही इज़ नॉट स्टक एट दैट कि यार मैं तो साबुन की टिकिया मस्त भरता था, 800 दिन की भरता था, मेरे को उसके लिए से मान लो 80 सेंट्स मिलते थे उस टाइम पे. आज की तारीख में तो ही इज़ अ फोरफादर ऑफ सम ऑफ अस मोस्ट प्रोबेबली, and we've still survived. So humanity will survive. There will be enough jobs, there will be enough tasks. AI is not gonna think creatively on its own, because वो सब करने के लिए तो उसको बहुत टाइम है, और वो डेटा सेट या डेटा फीड करने वाला जो एंगल है वो भी हम ही लोग हैं. So it's just the extension of our mind. I don't think from a perspective that it is gonna replace humans. I think that it is more like it will aid humans to do things better. एंड जिनके जॉब थोड़े चले जाएंगे वो थोड़ा जैसा मितुल बोला वैसा कि दे विल फिगर आउट समथिंग एल्स. तो सर्वाइवल तो हो जाएगा किसी ना किसी का, पेट तो चल जाता है. वो बाकी तो हैल्यूसिनेशंस तो यू गाइज ऑल नो ऑफ, लाइक कि वो तो उसको लगता है यही सच है करके, ये वो फिर देन यू स्टार्ट क्वेश्चनिंग इन अ डिफरेंट वे, देन द आंसर कम्स, ओ गुड कैच. ठीक है. तो एंड मेनी अ टाइम्स यू मस्ट हैव नोटिस दैट कि 20 out of the 100 times you will always, if you start questioning back, maybe even 70-80% of the times you will also hear the good catch or it will better the answer. But provided you are reading the answers.
After two only I get this.
हाँ, too smart है यार. But the thing is that otherwise you will see that newspaper article जहाँ पे नीचे वाले would you like to see something more regarding this करके जो आता है ना वैसा, because that guy is not reading that whole thing. So hallucination is one thing. Biases and the fairness. So again, AI is just the extension of the human mind. So we spoke about explainability. The day we can have a very clear understanding about like how well the answer is and how it has arrived at the actual answer or the comment or whatever, it can become a good learning mechanism or a model training mechanism, because then we can correct the explainability. And that's not gonna be far now, because there will be some tools which will start giving us the mechanism to go back and train the larger models. Now, why to train? Or I can pick up some model which is only for, like say, llama उठाया घर पे चलाया मेरे खुद के, या DeepSeek उठाया घर पे चलाया, and then I give a very small problem, very small subset of a problem, and I know crazy amount of startups which are doing this kind of work. I don't want to name because some of them are customers, some of them are competition customers. But so I was in China for 6 months, three months, and I have read a lot of Chinese novels in English in 2018, 2019. So I figured out that most of the Korean dramas, most of the Japanese dramas, most of the Chinese dramas, the ones currently going on say other Indian channels also, they are just verbatim copy of what the novels I was reading then. Okay, and these are the wuxia novels. Chinese wuxia novels means swordsmanship, kung fu, and all those kind of things. And when you look at it currently on our own platforms in India, you will see that the storyline is exactly the same. Some of them, and we've seen Mahabharata right now. Mahabharata is completely done using AI on Hotstar. Okay, now the similar thing are doing this. So short form content is up on the rise. A lot of people have moved into the short form content, and short form content में वो stories पूरी Chinese dramas की उठा रहे हैं, उसको थोड़ा Indianize कर रहे हैं कि मतलब कोई तो बहुत डाउन प्ले कर रहा है अपने आप को, या किसी का वो हस्बैंड है बट बिलियनियर है, वो सब रैंडम शिट सब चलता रहता है करके. एंड दिस इज ऑल इज रिटन यूजिंग AI, एंड दिस इज ऑल एक्चुअली राइट नाउ से सम ऑफ द लाइक यहाँ पे तो प्रोडक्शन कर रहे हैं अभी अपने बहुत सारे लोग, बट काफ़ी लोग जो है वो AI से भी कर रहे हैं, एंड दैट विल स्टार्ट कमिंग इन. द ऑडियो स्टोरीज हैज़ मूव टू AI completely. Now at least 60-70%. So the content is completely generated by them, and people are making decent money out of it. Like, so you have seen how this has gone so far. So the other part which I'm looking at is like fairness and ethics. So that's one topic which will go a long way, and it will be a debatable topic, like how fair the answers are, how ethical the answers are. Would you kill somebody or not? Would you suggest suicidal kind of things? I strongly feel that तुम जो feed कर रहे हो वही तुमको answer दे रहा है करके. तो it's not that. So it's like guns don't kill.
Ego.
हाँ, guns don't kill usually. तो हम ही करते हैं, मतलब we are the ones who are shooting the gun. So it's nothing but a mirror of what our thinking or our brain or how we do. So I would still say that huge potential. I take my own oath saying that कि भाई मैं तो रोज मतलब मेरा कोडिंग करता हूँ कि and that Asimov principles of not hurting anyone, or so robo if we are looking
I
at.
think 2035 is a little
Long?
distant in future. I think
We will be alive most probably. Let's talk in 2035. I'm
2030 में बोल रहा हूँ.
30 तो बोल रहा है. You ask some lot of people, do somebody will say 2027, somebody will say 2028. We can put a small marker and we can talk. We will be alive most probably by then, and we can talk. Most probably, if AI doesn't come and kill us, as per some of the pessimists. Okay, so.
No, that's why I like to remain low-fi.
Low?
Low-fi.
So that's what. So as Gary Kasparov said, not for the AI, but he said it for something else. But AI won't replace humans. Most probably humans who understand AI will replace those who don't. So that's how. So and most of us, like I will call 100% of us, will be able to manage ourselves or upskill, update and get. And the matter of staying relevant is for me and Mitul most probably. So हम लोग थोड़ा हमारा struggle करेंगे, but we will try to stay relevant. And yeah, so that's it. I swear by AI, I see a lot of potential in it.
You guys don't have any baggage.
हाँ.
Like we had.
पर ठीक है ना, तो हमारे ज़माने में ऐसा होता था करके वाले लोग But so thank you guys, that's it from my side. But this was not technical. I will do a hardcore technical topic maybe 2 months later or 1 month later. I'll come and I'll show you how I'm doing the automated training completely, or maybe I will show you some of the problems which I solved for myself. Is like कि आज खाने में क्या है. So I'll tell you, it's a very difficult problem to solve. And this happened in 2013-14. मैं बहुत क्रिप करता था, ये क्या बनाया है, क्यों नहीं बनाया करके. तो बीवी बोली एक काम करना, 7 दिन का मेनू तू खुद ही सेट कर दे करके. तो देन आई स्टार्टेड रियलाइजिंग कि यार 7 दिन का मेनू सेट करना, इट्स अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट प्रॉब्लम देन द एक्चुअल, मतलब तू जो बोल रहा है करके, मतलब आज ये क्यों बना है, वो क्यों बना है. तो लाइक अ प्रोग्रामर आई सेड कि जैसा बैंगलोर का लोग जैसा ट्रैफिक में अटकता है तो वो लोग को नए नए आइडियाज आते हैं. तो मैं बोला एक मैं खुद बनाएगा मॉडल. तो मैं टिंडर के माफिक राइट स्वाइप लेफ्ट स्वाइप बनाएगा. मैं बोला कि सो लाइक भिंडी यू आइदर हेट और यू लव. सो कोई राइट स्वाइप करेगा भिंडी को, कोई लेफ्ट स्वाइप करेगा. तो आई सेड दैट कि चलो ये बना देते हैं करके. तो आई मेड माई ओन स्मॉल टूल, मतलब ऐप बनाया था. तो उसमें क्या करते था कि राइट स्वाइप लेफ्ट स्वाइप, it will start asking you some random questions. Are you a vegetarian only on Tuesday? Something like that, just to build your own profile intelligently. And it will build your profile and it will start thinking that, and then it will ask questions like, would you like to repeat main dishes after 14 days or 21 days? Like say भिंडी 2 प्याज़ा बनाया है, या मान लो चिकन 2 प्याज़ा बनाया है. I don't want to eat chicken 2 प्याज़ा again in 14 days. So मैं वो सब बिल्ड किया, मॉडल किया, अपने आप के ऊपर किया. फिर एक मैं बोला अच्छा ये तो मेनू बना देगा. फिर वो उसमें तुम कोई फैट डाइट डाल दो, कोई जीएम डाइट डाल देगा, कोई क्या बोलते हैं अपना कीटो डाल देगा, कोई पैलियो डाल देगा, कुछ और ये सारे फैट डाइट्स हैं. बट समबडी विल पुट दैट एंड विल से दैट कि मेरे को ये भी चाहिए. तो मैं बोला ठीक है वो भी बना देंगे. फिर बोला और क्या कर सकते हैं, चलो बैकवर्ड इंटीग्रेशन करते हैं. बैकवर्ड इंटीग्रेशन में खाना बनाना नहीं है, ऑर्डर करना है. तो जोमेटो है, स्विगी है, तो चलो उसके साथ कर सकते हैं क्या करके. अभी खाना बनाना है, रेसिपी चाहिए. तो रेसिपीज़ भी अभी सादा अपना भरता बोलोगे तो इंडिया में 12 तरह का भरता बनता है. तो अभी उसको दे दो ऑप्शन कि कौन सा भरता खाने का है करके तेरे को. अगर वो बोलता है मेरे को ये भरता खाने का और उसके लिए ये अमुक टाइप का बैंगन चाहिए, तो वो उसको मतलब उस टाइम पे ग्रोफर्स था, तो ग्रोफर्स के साथ बैकवर्ड इंटीग्रेशन कर देंगे और वो सामान मंगा लेंगे उसके साथ में. तो ऐसा सब आविष्कार करके एक छोटा सा ऐप बना दिया था मैंने. अभी मैं आई एम ट्राइंग टू बिल्ड द सेम ऐप विथ वाइब कोडिंग जस्ट टू सी वेदर इट वर्क्स और नॉट. And I will again open source it. If you face the same problem, I'm more than happy that you guys can come and contribute to that particular fork. Chalo, thanks then.